Welcome traders, and in this video we're going to be talking about what separates the winning traders from the losing traders. So when it comes down to the mindset of a profitable winning trader, it's not that that the winning traders formulate better trading strategies. In most cases that can result in better probability long term, better profit factor and risk to reward ratios, but winning traders, they don't need this. They don't need to be smarter. They don't need to do better market analysis. As we've seen before, in most cases what separates a winning trader from a losing trader is ultimately their psychological aspects when in the markets, when it comes to trading their accounts. And unfortunately, we are all human, and we don't. For some of us, it does come a little bit easier. Some of us, it's a little bit more difficult. But it's how much psychological control we actually have of ourselves, the way our characteristics are built, and how we basically get through the world of trading without having negative impacts on our trading account. Usually, it's the emotional aspects that do. It is essentially the downfall of a losing trader. So first of all, it's the attitude about the markets and about yourself. Before you even set foot in there, you do need to prepare and basically create a roadmap of exactly what you're going to be doing, so that you don't obviously occur any serious losses down the road, and everything is mapped out from day one. If you can do this, then you will help your psychological aspects, because you'll be knowing exactly what's happening. But some of the losing negative aspects when it comes to attitude is that some people actually believe that the market is rigged against them, or there are certain people out there to get you. Maybe you've placed a buy on your MetaTrader account and it immediately falls. Then you might be thinking, well, this is just a scam or a rig, or some kind of someone just basically pulling your leg when it comes to actually the positions that you're placing. So these such negative emotions or beliefs will have a significant impact on the ability to trade successfully long term. What we want to be doing is we want to be building confidence in ourselves, confidence in our skill set, so that we can build upon winning trades and not being scared of losses on a short period sample. So our beliefs about ourselves are critical elements when it comes to actually trading and your psychological aspects. One personal characteristic that almost all winning traders face, or all they share, is that the lack of self-confidence is there. Winning traders obviously possess more of a firm sentiment when they're looking at the market and they're looking at their own trading plan. Basic belief in their own ability to be winning traders is essentially a huge step in the right direction. A belief that is not seriously shaken, and they're able to be persistent and perform well under pressure, even when they do take several losing trades on a row. So in contrast between the winning and losing traders, obviously the losing traders have serious self-doubt, the rigged aspect, and they actually envision and see themselves as a losing trader before they even begin. They might think they're cursed, they're unlucky, but it isn't about luck. It's about a large sample size and your skill set when it comes to trading. But having that vision and mapping out the roadmap ahead of exactly how you see yourself and the large sample size that you're gonna have to go through, because it is a grind, it is a long process to actually become a profitable trader. But it's not impossible. It can be cracked, it can be done. I've seen many traders go from losing traders to be winning traders, and are making significant gains now out of the market, making good withdrawals. But it's about those characteristics and what defines you as a trader. Okay, so some key characteristics of winning traders: they're comfortable with obviously taking the risks. People with low risk basic tolerance who cannot accept the losing trades. They're actually going to be fearful of the losses. They're going to cut winners too short. They're going to let the runners basically run out, and yeah, there's some other elements that can creep into play as well, like messing with your stop losses, changing things mid-trade, and also changing bias, because that's a huge factor in terms of large losing sample sizes, is when a lot of traders try and catch this market move, catch breakouts too quickly, and they end up placing buy and sells all over the shop, where it can get quite messy. So it's about keeping a clear and precise sort of like bias in your mind of exactly where it's going to head, and then being able to step away from the computer when necessary. So winning traders also are capable of quickly adjusting to the market conditions. For example, if some news is about to occur on a certain currency pair, or there's going to be some adjustments in terms of bias, and then they're quick to close the trade and then sit on their hands. And that's a big part of sitting on your hands. Not trading, as I've said before, is a position in itself. Winning traders are disciplined in their trading and can view the market objectively. So, regardless of the current market conditions, the action, it's not going to affect their account balance long term. Basically, that's how they view the market. Winning traders don't give up excessively. They don't basically get too excited or attached to any trade, any winning trade, or getting depressed about any losing trades. It's all simply building blocks of exactly how you're going to obtain a decent amount of growth over a long sample period. So basically staying neutral almost within your emotions throughout all different scenarios and situations. And finally, really, the winning traders, they basically just set their risk management rules up and they stick to them. It's about how you stay persistent and how you stick to them long term. So understanding actually how the trades operate, how they work, and understanding each individual scenario when it comes to journaling your trades. Winning traders tend to know exactly what is a losing trade and what is a bad trade, because there is a difference. Obviously, a bad trade is a trade where probably you shouldn't have gone into the market, you shouldn't have entered, there's not enough confluences or other scenarios. Whereas a losing trade is simply just a trade that takes a loss on that scenario and then you move on. The losses should be relatively small. If you're a prop trader, then you should be really grinding that loss right down to the bare minimum, so that you're able to get a large sample size of trades in. So it comes down to actually skill set rather than luck. But it's a critical point to understand. Just because you end up losing money on a trade doesn't mean that it's a bad trade. It just means that it's one of those losing trades that you're going to take, and you have to deal with it, really. So habits of a winning trader is basically winning traders regularly review and evaluate their account performance, their trades, and the overall trade performance and how it looks on a large sample size. Winning traders are also flexible. They are not ego investors invested when it comes to their trades, and they're able to always view the market objectively from a bigger viewpoint, and can cast aside their ideas that aren't working and improve their trading plan overall. Winning traders also do not hesitate to risk money when it comes to a genuine profit opportunity or a high frequency position or scenario where you want to actually get involved with the market. So winning traders also they understand that the market can't be predicted 100% of the time. The market is manipulated. We know it's manipulated, and the volume shows this through the different ways that it actually manipulates the charts in order to falsify certain moves and send some traders off tracks. But in contrast, obviously, ultimately, it's unpredictable 100% of the time. So there is no there's no 100% trade that you're gonna get a loss back or increase your win rate. You just need to carefully watch for the signs and stick to your own confluences and trade your own plan with your own analysis. And then when you are mistaken, then put it in your journal and sort of update exactly where the market is changing, because the market is always changing. It's always going to be adapting to new things as we progress. With 5 years time, the market will be moving it in a very different way it is today, so we always need to be analysing and adapting to all these new features that are coming into play when it comes to market movements, volatility, volume, and market data. So to conclude, the summary of being a winning trader essentially is it's being able to master yourself before anything really. It's a very difficult field to crack. The statistic is posted everywhere online that there's a lot more losers than winners. So it's about how you can control yourself and stick to your plans, stick to your risk management plan, and basically attaining the proper psychological mindset to be a trader and be super conformative to your own rules, whilst making those necessary changes along the way to your journal, adapting to new things, and being able to deal with losses, because you should be able to deal with several losses in a row and then still bounce back from that. And whilst this career, this pathway for many traders doesn't provide a guaranteed income, you can still be very profitable and fruitful if you do sort of win over a large sample size over a large period. So you need to really be looking at the market rewarding you in bulk, bulk wage rather than a guaranteed sort of weekly wage. You want to be looking to compound your efforts and growth, but also take away cash out of the market, and that's where proper trading can really help in terms of building a decent amount of capital, a very quick pace, when you do know the skill set, when you are a good trader, when you do understand how winning traders should trade. So that's it for this video. Stay tuned for more blogs to come, and trade safe.